Logitech G710 Plus mechanical gaming keyboard. Now, many of you ask me right off the bat when I review these types of keyboards, what are the keys? Cherry MX Brown is what we're talking about here. We're talking about 50 million cycle life of clicks. Now, because of the type of switches, it's going to reduce the clickety clack that you usually get when you press on these keys. It does have a lot of great features, such as the 110 anti-ghosting keys, right? We talk about macro support. We're talking about illuminated keyboard keys that you can control the brightness, the different sections of the keyboard. Comes with very little. I mean, what do you need when it comes to keyboard? Well, the wrist rest is nice. I don't use it personally, okay, but it's there if you need it. And the manual. But I mean, when it comes to these types of keyboards, again, the software is pretty straightforward. And you have to download the software, by the way. It doesn't come with it. So that's pretty much it. It's just the keyboard that you're going to get. And comes with a USB port at the back, which I'll show you in a second. The macro keys are along the top and the left-hand side, which you can obviously program, these 6 keys there in orange. And taking a look there at the WASD keys, those keys for moving around come obviously illuminated. You can turn them off, you can turn them on, you can control the volume with this little slider control, the multimedia controls here on the top corner, the mute button, the LEDs there for when you have the caps lock, the scroll lock, all that is at the top and the right side. And turning on and off the brightness is a snap. I'll show you that. Underneath the keyboard here, though, you can route the cable, as you can see, and it comes with USB plug also, so it's a USB 2.0 by the way plug, but you know, if you need to plug in a mouse or a USB stick or something like that, you just plug it in right there at the back. Okay, now the cable that comes attached to this G710 Plus is actually a 2 USB cable, obviously, and that's so that you can get additional power for that second USB port that's on this keyboard. Other than that, not quite sure what these notches are, but I mean, it's a interesting design, right? Futuristic, interesting design that Logitech has decided to go with here with this, which is fine. It's not too bulky, but it is sturdy, heavy looking, and looks like it will last. I mean, I'm playing with it right now with Battlefield 3, so we're hitting the keys pretty hard. I've programmed the M1 macro there and have the profile set up for Battlefield 3. And you can see the illumination of the keyboard. Obviously, if you don't like it or you want to turn it down if it's too bright, you can control that. So don't worry. I mean, a lot of you might not like it. You might want to turn things off or turn certain sections off, or maybe you don't want the keyboard illuminated. You can turn it off completely as well. So on, off, change the brightness, change the zones. You can do that, okay? And again, there are the LEDs for the caps lock, the scroll lock, the num lock, all that on the top right side, and the nice little volume that I was telling you about, which I use a lot. The volume, quickly access, turn it on, off. Now the software itself, the gaming software that I was telling you to control the macros, program the keyboard, once you install it, you'll be able to get the benefit of all the pre-built-in profiles for all the latest games, so you don't have to necessarily program things. You just need to assign the keys and what you want things to do. So for Battlefield 3, for example, I had already installed it, and it scanned for it, and it added the profile, and then I assigned that to the M1 macro key, and then these G keys, these 6 G keys, I assigned those to be the vehicle slot, so that way I can switch positions inside of a vehicle, for example, quickly. Usually that's something that you find a little bit difficult to do when you're trying to do things quick, so that's a nice thing. You can have M2 assigned for something else for that game, for example. You can create a macro, a bunch of multi-key strokes with pauses and delays, things like that. So what you would expect, I guess, in programmable macro key you can do as well, not just have the predefined keys. However, I like to take advantage of the predefined keys and drag and drop, of course, so all chat goes here, and team chat, which is down there, I would assign it to another G key, for example. That's pretty much it. You can't really do anything else from the Logitech software other than set up the default profile of what you would like to use every time you boot up your PC, for example. So I can set that up to be Battlefield 3 as the default profile, for example, when I'm in a game. And then when I go back into Windows, it'll just flip to the default profile. So not bad at all. Definitely recommend this. A sturdy keyboard, strong. Been playing with it. Works really well. No issues so far. And I'd like to thank Logitech for providing it. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And I'll add the link to the latest pricing for this keyboard. Thank you for watching.